It's a beautiful day in Paterson, New Jersey for a matchup of West Coast versus East Coast in USL League One. The Cosmos have had 10 days since their last match to shake off a 3-match losing streak. In that time, late season hope arrived in the form of 2 exciting new signings, one of whom will be debuting today for AV Alta, a 2,700-mile business trip as they seek another 3 points in the hunt for their first playoff berth in club history. Let's get you set by looking at the standings, sponsored by Capelli Sport. So AV Alta in 7th after their win against Fort Wayne. That gives them a nice cushion, and should they take all 3 points here, they will move up to 5th potentially by the end of the weekend, although notice they've played more games than everybody else. Now as we shift down the table and find New York Cosmos, they are in the cellar at the moment, but all 11 points that they've picked up this season have come at home, where their goal difference is just -3. And it actually matches up very well with what AV Alta have done on the road, where they also have recorded just 3 wins and 2 draws on the road. So don't be confused by the standings. This match could be a lot tighter than it looks on paper. Now, our players to watch. First, a Cosmos icon, Sebastian Guenzati, a player who has been around in the 2nd and 3rd iterations of the team. At 35 years young, he is aging nicely, and 5 goals this season, ranked 2nd on the team, just 1 behind Ajmir Spengler. He scored last time out at home a goal of the week winner in USL League One, and he knows how to get it done up top. Now we switch over to the opponents of AV Alta. They came away with a 4-0 win the first time these two teams met this season out in Lancaster. And the man who did all the damage was Adam Almeish with a pair of goals and an assist. Now here's the good news for Cosmos fans. He's going to be starting from the bench today. The bad news is that last time he came off the bench, AV Alta's 3-0 win last weekend against Fort Wayne, he did come on as a sub and record an assist. So we'll show you who else is in the starting lineups, not including Almeish, right after this. We've got kickoff coming up next in this USL League One matchup on ESPN+.
I'm Brie and I am Ayan.
नाम कलीम जान है और मैं आयन हूँ.
Yo soy Ayan Bank.
हम तजिंदर कौर असी आयन बैंक ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ.
I'm Taiwan and I am Ayan.
اسمي أدمى وأنا آيان.
Ja jestem Ayan Bank.
Eu sou Ayan Bank.
Ja jestem Ayan Bank.
I am Ayan.
Ready, buddy? Here it comes. Keep your eye on the ball.
We see your future.
I got my eye on these colors.
Your day-to-day.
Okay. Well, I got my eye on this.
Yeah, right.
Really? And every big decision along the way. We see you when other banks really don't. So we can see you through anything. We're always looking out for you. Ion Bank.
Good evening to those on the East Coast. Good afternoon to those tuning in from California for this USL League One showdown between the Cosmos and AV Alta FC here at historic Hinchliffe Stadium in Paterson, New Jersey, where it is about 81 degrees at kickoff, a beautiful Saturday night for soccer. Let's meet our starting lineups. First for the home side and the Cosmos, led by Davide Corti. He makes 3 changes in the starting lineup, and one of them is a club debut, that left back spot. It's going to be Stalin Acosta, who was signed from their partner club in MPSL, the American Soccer Club of New York. This is club debut as they have battled injuries at left back. Also, Michael Chilaka replaces Jordan Chavez in the back, and Christian Kofi in on the wing, supporting that attack of Spengler and Guenzati. Now over to AV Alta and their starting lineup, presented by Ion Bank. Brian Claben needed just 1 change in his starting group. It's a little bit of a surprise as we see Mabumu Alassane come back into midfield for just his 10th start of the season. He replaces Jimmy Villalobos, who has been an ever-present place in the center of the park, second most minutes on the team, but he's out of the squad for this visit to New Jersey. Other than that, an unchanged lineup, which sees Christian Ortiz starting at left back again in place of the injured Alfredo Ortiz. Ibarra, scoring in the last match, starts up top and captains the side after becoming USL League One's oldest goal scorer in league history at 36 years old, 146 days. Last time out against Fort Wayne. A 3-0 victory for AV Alta, and they try to follow that up by breaking their East Coast blues. Last time they were on the road against Richmond and Naples. 2 straight losses to struggling teams out on the east side, and trying to avoid a similar fate against the Cosmos, who have been much better at home this season, but enter this match 17th place in the League One standings. My name is Parker Johnson. So happy that you've joined us here on this Saturday evening, a busy one in League One with 4 simultaneous kickoffs, 6 games in total this evening. Sit back, relax, and let's have a good time. It's Cosmos in the bright green uniforms, white shorts. AV Alta is moving right to left here in the first half. They are in the lighter uniforms, a hue they call desert sand. Seha Gonzalez will go back to the goalkeeper, Denzel Smith, who's been in fine form. 8 saves in his 6th shutout of the season against Fort Wayne in Lancaster last weekend. A critical win for AV Alta when you look at that playoff line. Here's some bad news early on. Jerry Desdune is smarting, and he is holding his right leg after going down off the ball just about a minute into this contest. Desdune, one of the best attackers in USL League One this season, and the most effective for AV Alta for sure. Hoping that there's no serious damage. He's limping back to the sideline. Unable to get there with the help of Christian Ortiz. This could be a huge blow for AV Alta at a really bad time. Desdune had a goal and an assist in that 3-0 win over Fort Wayne. He leads League One this season with 14 goal contributions and 53 chances created. Simply a irreplaceable talent. Starting today on the left wing. Now, plenty of options abound for Brian Klaben on the bench should a replacement be necessary here, but the main charge is ensuring that Desdune is okay. We're going to look at it one more time here in case you're just coming in late. A first-minute injury to Jerry Desdune, who knocked knees and then tumbled awkwardly. That was Chilaka, who he collided with, the Cosmos center back. So AV Alta's star man headed back to the sidelines. They are not readying a substitution just yet, so they'll play on with 10 as they throw it in towards Cesar Bahena. And how will that affect the emotions from the outset here? Desdune, a player who is such a talisman of this AV Alta attack. Get all amped up for the game, and within a matter of seconds, your star winger goes down. Cosmos try to grab the momentum early as Guenzati chases it down into the channel. He's hounded by the Bulgarian center half, Pelivanov, League One's minutes played leader so far in 2026. Still no indication that Desdune is going to come back in imminently. We'll keep an eye peeled on the sideline. Clip forward, looking for Spengler. Gets his first touch in the penalty area. That's a good sign for the Cosmos. Spengler was in the starting lineup as a right winger in their last match against Richmond, which was about a week and a half ago, a 2-0 loss on the road. back in his more comfortable attacking midfield position today, trying to get more involved and play combinations off of the center forward Guenzati. Part of what allowed him to get back into midfield is the presence of Christian Kofi, who starts on the wing with Lamine Jauna his opposite for Cosmos. Pretty formidable front four. One that you would not expect to find at the bottom of the League One standings at this time of year, but that has been the case in this tough first season in League One for the Cosmos. AV Alta, the highest possession team in League One, just under 60%. Looking and seeing Jerry Desdoon returning to the halfway line. Looks like he's got a black support on his right ankle that was not there to start the match. See if he can continue here as Cosmos take over. Spangler's free in the box, forcing a save out of Smith, who also prevents the corner kick. Another box touch for Ajmir Spangler as we continue to check on the health of Jerry Desdoon. You can see him shaking out that ankle. He's got a fresh wrap on there, just trying to break it in. Those who have played with a taped ankle know how that feels. A little restrictive, but if it's not too bad, really can't make it worse as long as you can bear the pain and keep playing. You can see the discomfort though in Desdoon in his movement, but the reality is, oh, he is sitting back down just off of our shot. Doesn't look like Desdoon will be able to continue, but Jauna can as four men come to meet him. Edge of the box, Spangler looking to turn, dispossessed by Osvaldo Ley. And I think he knew the situation there, wanted to get it out of play so that Desdoon could receive some treatment here and potentially AV Alta can get a sub ready. It's gonna be the man we circled as our player to watch, Adam Almeish. He had 2 goals and an assist the last time that AV Alta met with the Cosmos in a 4-0 win. Also had an assist in the last match for AV Alta against Fort Wayne. He has been the most effective attacking player besides Desdoon this season, so hard to think of a better replacement if you're Brian Claben. But a really unfortunate start to the game for the visitors as they see Jerry Desdoon go off after trying to play through an ankle injury that he suffered in the first minute. I should say it appeared to be an ankle injury, no confirmation there on my part, but enough to force him out of the match. And this is an early shakeup for AV Alta, but they've got a very talented replacement in his stead. And it almost feels like now we can start fresh, although Cosmos have had a promising first couple of minutes. They did some of that damage while they were playing against 10 men for AV Alta. Now it's Christian Ortiz. Gonzalez settling into the possession. Switch out to Antwi, who around this time in the first matchup with the Cosmos had scored a near half-field shot that set the tone for a dazzling 4-0 win, in which you could make a case that he didn't even score the best goal of the match, which was the wild part. Almeish had an incredible mazy run of his own later on. He attempts the pass forward here. But if you're Cosmos and you look back at that game and think about it and analyze how it went against AV Alta, They scored some pretty low XG goals. Pretty hard to replicate those type of golazos, and so if they can just expect a slightly more average performance from their opponents, certainly a team they can hang tough with. This is a nice burst from Antwi. Down to the end line, forces a corner and goes down holding his leg. He's in a heap just at the edge of the 6-yard box. He looked like he was getting back to his feet. You can see the tackle from behind from the debutant, Stalin Acosta, who is playing left back today. Antwi giving him an early test on the right wing. And now here comes the corner for AV Alta. 10 minutes in, swung towards the near post. Almeish the closest. Still awaiting the signal from the referee. It will be a goal kick for the Cosmos. Turn into CBS Sports Network on Sunday, August 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern for USL League One Clash. Union Omaha looks to continue their run at the top as they host Richmond Kickers, who look to knock the Owls off their perch. Catch all the action on CBS Sports Network Sunday, August 16th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Meeting of two of the OGs of USL League One. Has looked quite the force this season. Touches here as Wenzati drops it back. Left wing working Acosta. Chilaka. Morabito. Anderson holds. Ramos. Chauna will square up his man. The Gambian looking to cross. Did that take a deflection? No, just a skewed attempt from Lamine Chauna. Not his best. But a nice spell of possession for Davide Corti's Cosmos. Showing that, much like AV Alta, they know how to knock the ball around a little bit. Say hello and welcome in everybody tuning in from East to West Coast. Nice Saturday afternoon, 4 p.m. local kickoff in California. Here there are some watch parties at Bravery Brewing and La Rocco's Salvadoran restaurant. So say what's up to the AV Alta supporters tuned in. And of course, the Cosmos faithful trying to see their team pick up a 4th home win of the season. You joined us a little late. Jerry Desdune had to be subbed off after picking up an injury in the first minute. He is the star player of AV Alta. He was replaced by Adam Almeish. That has really been the biggest talking point of the game so far. Cosmos have gotten off to a pretty strong start. Here comes AV Alta. Antwi bringing Adam Almeish into the play. Cutting inside. Looking for something off that right foot, be it pass or shot. Trying to set free Chauna. Satsi on the chase, but smart positioning there from Denzel Smith. So make one save early on from Spengler. Finally poised matchup here in the early going. Almeish. Rellerford sprinting through, the AV Alta right back, giving a great example of the fluidity of Brian Clavin's team, how he sets him up. You'll see Bahena and Ibarra mostly holding those center forward positions. Ooh, a foul and a late whistle given in favor of AB Alta. Looks like a Cosmos counter may have been on there. Instead, it's Christian Ortiz who will get this back under play. Now it's Bahena dropping in. So, as I said, nominally he's one of the center forwards alongside Ibarra, but both like to play in midfield as well. Gives room for those wingers and outside backs to come forward. Now Almeish dropping in to receive. Bahena with room to turn. And by Ozzy Ramos as it's forced out wide to Almeish. Early emergency sub. Goes down and wins the foul. Referee not ready for that free kick to be taken.
Your company or organization to a Cosmos game. Call 551-353-2228 option 5 or email tickets at nycosmos.com to get started today.
A line of pressure from the Cosmos. Allowing AB Alta some comfort to play it around the back. The diagonal header by Holt, who was in great position. AB Alta, the magnet. Ball returns right back to them. Almeish lending it to Ceja Gonzalez. Gets it back and fires over top. Antwi charging it down. Awkward clearance. Anderson Holt almost got crossed up, but it falls harmlessly into the hands of Tristan Stefani. A 23-year-old goalkeeper making his 6th consecutive start in goal. One of 3 netminders for the Cosmos this year. His long punt. Didn't find Christian Kofi. Definitely a positive to see Kofi back in the lineup for Cosmos. And then you look down the bench a little bit as well, and Darren Seedle is there for the Cosmos, a very important piece of their midfield, who has not played since July 18th. Add in some of the more recent signings that Cosmos have made. You got Acosta in his club debut today. They also announced the signing of Bangladesh international, former Canadian senior international, Shamit Shom, who is not in today's matchday squad, but has generated quite a bit of buzz on social media. Over 1 million views on their announcement video on Instagram. Hopefully see him in Cosmos green soon. Quenzati, the overhead attempt as he swiveled and struck. It's going to go out for a throw, which actually may prove beneficial here for the Cosmos, trying to trap AB Alta down in the corner. Ion Bank, trusted, local, and always on your team. Whatever your personal or business banking goals, we're here to help you reach them. Discover the power of community banking and see what Ion Bank can do for you. IonBank.com. Dots back towards Spengler. Almeish with a clean tackle, and then he's battered from behind. Anderson Holtz trotting back to his defensive position. Rather, that was Lukovic on the foul for Cosmos, number 7. Player who joined the fray in the middle of the season, Lukovic, and has held down a spot in the midfield. Likewise, Ozzy Ramos, another one of those recent signings. This is just the 2nd appearance, both been starts for Ramos in Cosmos colors. But he played at Texoma last year, like so many of his teammates, Jauna, Spengler, Garcia, Chavez. So a lot of familiarity there. Taken long for Michael Chilaka to settle in on the back line either. That's where a lot of the injuries have been this year for Cosmos, and he was needed as a right back when he first got here a couple matches ago. Today starts at center back, replacing Jordan Chavez as the partner alongside Anderson Holt. So many shakeups that has made this first year in League One difficult for the Cosmos, but you can see the ambition never ceasing with all these new players brought in, trying to continually push and move up the table, get the results that they know they're capable of. Ivanov enters to midfield as Alassane turns, picks out the diagonal. Almesh on the chase. Lovely touch, but Ramos right on top of him. And now it's cleared away by Chilaka. One-touch passing from AV Alta to fire it out to Christian Ortiz. Osvaldo crossfield pass. Antwi. Looking to cut in and use his left, combines with Bahena, two college teammates of the University of San Diego. Dropping into the right back space. Bahena. Referee interfering with Nick Relaford and will be forced to blow the whistle and give this ball back to AV Alta. The combination and rotations just a little too complex for Alejo Colume. Whatever it takes to break it up from a Cosmos perspective. That was a nice bit of possession from AV Alta. They are settling into playing this match without Jerry Desdoon. He's in the starting lineup. Had to be taken out in the 7th minute after trying to play through an early injury. Now it seems like AV Alta have settled into the match and really started to control the proceedings. They do this to so many teams in League One. Now, does it always bring results? That is the philosophical debate that many find themselves in across this league. Possession is not highly correlated with wins, but it's about controlling games and what you do with that possession. Ways that has really benefited AV Alta this year is limiting chances for their opposition. They've improved a lot defensively. Conceded 26 goals in 22 matches. And their 8 clean sheets are tied for first in the league with Corpus Christi. And they are at their best. And it just feels like you cannot touch the ball as the opponent. And then on the occasions when you do get it, they are so adept at winning it back quickly. That's the style that Brian Klaben loves. Bahena orchestrating. Manian Lay dropping between the center backs. Cosmos comfortable. Alta yet to put a shot on frame for more than half of our first half of play. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the grassroots to the pros, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Stefani, under some pressure, goes long. Good read from Ramos. Jauna. Spengler on the move. A little bit of contact. Ortiz won the ball cleanly. In the eyes of the referee, Spengler dubious about that decision. Cosmos trying to take advantage of the turnover and move quickly. Spengler knew that if he could cut inside and get beyond Ortiz, that maybe Alta defender would have to foul him in order to get to the ball. Thought he had done that part successfully, but pilfered by the left back. Not the best pass there from Bahena. Won't be made to pay for it. Gonzalez stumbling his way forward. The referee telling him to get back to his feet. Told Navy Alta fan at the beginning of the season that Miguel Pajaro would miss as many games as he has this season. And he is back available on the bench today, by the way. And that they'd still be leading the league in a tie for first in clean sheets. Might have been a little bit of a surprise that they could do that well without their captain, but so much of that is credit to number 16 there, the center back, Eric Ceja Gonzalez, the guy who has really waited his turn. At 24 years old, he's had some previous League One experience with Lexington back when they were in League One. Didn't get a lot of burn there. Came back to AB Alta last year, but had very few opportunities because of Pajaro and Peli Vonoff eating up most of those minutes. Played a little bit in the cup, but this year stepping in as a replacement for Pajaro. Ryan Clavin says he can do everything that a center back needs in his system, and does ask a lot of them, especially on the ball. Keeping a high line as AB Alta pressures in a frenzied way to always try to win the ball back. But he's a guy who can do it all, comfortable with his left and right foot. He's helped stabilize the team at the back with their captain Pajaro missing. Free kick here in the attacking half. Cosmos have Ramos over the ball. Spengler is there short with him. It goes out to Jauna. Crosses with his right. It's another poor service from the right wing. Jauna has been guilty of that on a couple occasions here in the early going. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site. SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Cosmos will be hitting the road after this one, while AB Alta return home for their next match. Cosmos starting run of 3 games in 7 days that include away trips to Corpus Christi on Wednesday and Red Wolves next Saturday. For AB Alta, they'll be back at the hangar to face FC Naples next. And Brian Clavin was really excited about the fact that although other teams will have games in hand against them in the standings, AB Alta do not have any more midweek matches the rest of the season, which could prove to be quite the advantage down the stretch, especially as this fight for the top 8 continues, which has consisted of about 9 or 10 teams. Somebody's going to get left out in that hunt for the playoff places. Top 8 out of 17 make the playoffs in League One. AB Alta just missing out by 1 place in the standings last year. So Clavin knows all too well but they have to remain focused down the stretch. They've got a 4-point cushion above the Red Wolves as things stand, but as we mentioned, the games at hand difference is significant, especially with the likes of Spokane having their last couple of matches postponed. That's who Cosmos was supposed to play here last weekend. Still a lot of the story to be written. Some teams closer really to the halfway mark of the season, even though there's only a couple months left in the regular season campaign. So there will be a lot of teams playing midweeks. AB Alta is not going to be one of them. Cosmos setting up a little bit higher pressure here as we hit the 30-minute mark in the first half of play. 80 degrees at kickoff, but the field nice and shaded. A hot late summer day in North Jersey. One thing's for sure, it's been a much better performance from the Cosmos than their 4-0 loss the first time these teams met. You can feel the energy here at historic Hinchliffe Stadium. Supporters collective, bringing together the many fan groups of the Cosmos through the years. Ball comes loose, top of the box for AB Alta. Christian Ortiz. Bahena looking for options. Goes back inside towards Ease. Cosmos able to scramble some numbers back and get behind the ball. Pressure from Kofi, but he's all alone. Easy enough for AB Alta to keep knocking it around the back. Naish back to goal. Starting to look like one of those matches where AB Alta could creep up to the neighborhood of 600, 700 passes, but really hasn't resulted in any great opportunities thus far. Just one shot, none on goal for the visitors. 2 shots, 1 on goal for the Cosmos, who at this point in the match have only had the ball 26% of the time. Again, important to note, if anybody joined us late for this one, inside the first minute, Jerry Desdoon picked up a lower leg injury. He came out for a little bit. AB Alta was playing with 10, and then he came back in and tried to continue with some heavy tape on his right ankle and did not last very long before he had to be subbed out. So Adam Almeish took his place. AB Alta have used one of their 3 substitution windows. And more notably, if it's a serious issue for Desdoon. Oh wait, giveaway, Gwenzati! Oh, saved by Denzel Smith! A bailout from the AB Alta goalkeeper. Pushing it onto the crossbar, a golden opportunity for the Cosmos. Gwenzati did not do much wrong there. But it's Denzel Smith standing on his head. Jauna. Met by 3 AB Alta defenders. Trying to get it back to Morabito. Let's get another look at this. Poor pass out. Lay was the only man back. It sits up for Gwenzati. He's ready to jog away towards the corner, looking for his 6th goal of the season. Oh, you know he scored this one so many times, but not when Denzel Smith is in the way. That is a brilliant reaction save from close range. Smith scored a clean sheet last time out, made 8 saves against Fort Wayne in a game that could have definitely gone a lot differently. I think that 3-0 win was a flattering scoreline for AV Alta. All 8 of his saves were diving saves in that match. No stat padding about it. He's come up big again. The Trinidad and Tobago #1. Couldn't get it to Alassane. Kofi picks it up. The Parisian tackled at the edge of the box. Free kick for Cosmos. Alassane, the culprit. Kofi could feel the pressure from behind, touches it forward into the space. It's really a needless tackle from Mabumu Alassane. Benin International could have just left that for Lay and Seha Gonzalez to deal with. Instead, he's given a free kick to the Cosmos. I think Spengler will fancy this one.
Reminder that GTI is giving away backpacks and school supplies next to Gate 1. And
He's
if
got
your kiddo
a devilish
is not
left foot.
here, you can go at the end of the game. For more information,
He's been
visit the
a
GTI
set-piece
booth
specialist
at
all
Gate
year for the Cosmos. Leading goal scorer with 6, 3 of those from the penalty spot. Ramos is in deep conversation with his former Texoma teammate as they decide what to do with this free kick. Wanzati, the nearest man in the wall, perhaps could play a part as well. 37th minute. It's Spengler! Was there an arm out from AV Alta? It's deflected behind and it will be a corner. Took a nervous hit off the wall. Keep an eye on any arms here. I think it did hit an elbow of Osvaldo Lay, but it's all tucked into his body. Hence why Spengler, really the only person claiming for that. Again, no VAR in USL League One, so we continue from the corner. Ramos lifts it towards the back post. Nobody there for the Cosmos. Was interesting to see, though, as there were a couple of USL League One teams left in the USL Cup quarterfinals, which took place earlier this week. There was an introduction of a different type of video review to the USL, something that they trial in the Cup this year and could make its way into League One next year. It's a little different from VAR, but could be a change headed to the heartbeat of American soccer. For now, though, no extra look at the potential handball. And we play on as the creators of the game intended. 38th minute, and truly the best chances have come for Cosmos. Wanzati came closest of them all, hitting the crossbar on a great save from Denzel Smith. AV Alta have held pretty much all the possession and done nothing with it after losing their star man Des Dune to an early injury. 7 minutes plus stoppage time until the halftime break. That's a high tackle. The studs were showing. Referee's got a decision to make here. That was Ozzy Ramos. It's going to be a stern yellow card, and I think Ramos is grateful that it's nothing more. It would be harsh to give this as a red, but if you watch a lot of soccer, you've probably seen it before. I certainly have.
Yellow card issued to number 15, Ozzy Ramos of New York Cosmos.
Bahena was the man who took the contact, and he's still down right now.
Ozzy Ramos, the New York Cosmos.
Ramos picking up the yellow card. Today is his second start for Davide Corti. Brought in as a replacement for the beat-up midfields. 29-year-old out of Modesto, California. Bahena still receiving some treatment as both teams take the time to huddle, get some fluids for this final 5 minutes and change of first half action. Look around USL League One right now. A couple other games going on as we speak. Westchester ahead on FC Naples. You got Charlotte already 2 goals up on Sarasota, bouncing back nicely from their USL Cup exit in the midweek. And then just kicked off, you got Fort Wayne and Chattanooga. That's going to be a really important game for the AV Alta fans to keep their eyes on this evening. Currently 8th and 9th in the standings, the 2 teams right below AV Alta. They are 8 minutes in there. And pardon as I refresh, Charlotte actually up 3-0 already. Westchester now up 3-0 as well. And Greenville and Knoxville were supposed to start at 7. They just kicked off, a little bit of a weather delay in that match down south. And then we'll have the nightcap, Spokane and Corpus Christi coming up a little later this evening. But we're happy that you've joined us for one of the 3 scoreless League One games of the moment. 7th place AV Alta, 17th place New York Cosmos. Ready to continue. That was about a 2-minute stoppage. We'll keep that in mind for the upcoming stoppage time before we break for the half. See which team can make the most of these final couple minutes. Nutmeg from Antwi. He's still going, battling for the loose ball. That was Stalin Acosta. Honduran American left back, cleaning things up. One back by Morabito. He picks his head up immediately and looks long. Spengler hit there before Alassane. You can see the intention though from the Cosmos. They are able to win the ball back and have some space rather to go forward. I want to try to hit while AV Alta have numbers committed high up the pitch. See if they can get in behind. Antwi, decent effort. He's scored a couple of those this season. Ultimately, no threat to Stefani's goal. Spot for Relaford to work out of. Did so with ease. Bahena moving freely again. Bubu Alassane. Jimmy Villalobos in midfield today. Alassane is his replacement. After missing quite a bit of time, Alassane came on as a sub in the 3-0 win against Fort Wayne to help see that one out. It was his first appearance since July 11th. Today, just his 10th start of the season. Somebody who was a regular last year for AV Alta, and he goes down with a little high contact from Spengler. Nothing untoward. Guessing we could see as many as 4 or 5 minutes of first half stoppage time, so don't go anywhere just yet. We will have a good halftime show for you, but still a few more minutes before we get there. That early injury to Desdune, the substitution, and then the approximately 2-minute stoppage for Bahena's treatment just a couple minutes ago. Seha. to step. Spangler joins in the pressure. Almesh shakes away. Osvaldo given to Spangler. That's the wrong man you want to have the ball if you're AB Alta. Get away with it again, but this will be a corner for Cosmos. You're hearing it will be 4 minutes of first half stoppage time. So we'll play to about 49 at a minimum. And it will start with a corner kick opportunity to be taken by Ajmer Spangler. 6 assists on the year. Still looking for our opener. Spangler has a shot. Smith stands up to it. Claims of a push inside the penalty area. Play goes on. And now a foul whistled against the Cosmos. I think it was Guenzati who was looking for the follow-up, claimed that he was pushed in the back as Smith got back up to his feet. Let's see the sequence again. Oh, there's a great tug on the jersey there. Clear as day from Rellerford on Guenzati, and he knew it. But again, no VAR in USL League One, so no chance to look back at that and give a penalty. It would have certainly been one had the referee seen it. Those are the dark arts that, as a center back, knowing there's no video review, occasionally you can get away with. Oy, oy, oy. Well, it won't be a fun one to look back at in the film session, especially if Cosmos can't craft some more opportunities. And either way, I'm sure Rellerford's gonna see that clip again. Still 0-0. A couple more minutes to play in first half stoppage time. And again, it's Cosmos creating the better opportunities. AB Alta doing just enough to keep them out. Got Denzel Smith to thank for that in the first half. One of the first times we've seen Acosta come forward. He joins up with Kofi. Inside looking for Spangler. Good step from Belivanov. See how quick AB Alta wants to play this. Seha launching it clear. Nobody up there in the middle though for AB Alta. That is one of the drawbacks of their sort of double 10 system, or double false 9 if you will. Back with Jauna. Another cross goes missing. Cosmos looking for one more trod forward. Spangler's got a little bit of room. Jauna wants to go himself. A scooping tackle from Ortiz. Looked like he was beaten. Was able to win it back, and now Spangler going in hard. Bounces free. Cleared up the line. Lukovic. Flex it out for a Cosmos throw. As Klaben points out directions, trying to see out the final 30 seconds of first half action. Certainly a lot of adjustments to be made for both teams. I think Cosmos will be the happier team at the break, and if anything, they're going to be a little disappointed that they haven't yet taken the lead in this match. There's the halftime whistle from Alejo Kalume. An exciting first period. One that saw AB Alta lose its star man. They made a substitution, got back in this thing, but Cosmos creating the best chances. Could have had a penalty, hit the woodwork once. We'll show you all the highlights and more coming up in our halftime show as we hit the break scoreless between New York Cosmos and AV Alta FC.
Ready, buddy? Here it comes. Keep your eye on the ball.
We see your future,
I got my eye on these colors.
your day-to-day,
Okay. Well, I got my eye on this.
Yeah, right.
really? And every big decision along the way. We see you when other banks really don't. So we can see you through anything. We're always looking out for you. Ion Bank.
I'm Bray, and I am Ion.
नाम कलीम चान है और मैं आयन हूँ.
Yo soy Ion Bank.
हम ਤਜਿੰਦਰ ਕੌਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਇਨ ਬੈਂਕ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ
I'm Taiwan, and I am Ion.
اسمي أدمى وأنا آيان.
Ja jestem Ion Bank.
Eu sou Ion Bank.
Ja jestem Ion Bank.
I am Ion.
Halftime at Hinchliffe, and in North Jersey, we're still scoreless between New York Cosmos and AV Alta FC. For the first piece of our halftime show, we will show you a little more about how USL is building its future and give you a recap of the W League final.
They are more than shiny and new. The latest collection of brand new stadiums in USL are a commitment to communities. Fans in Boise have set attendance records. Finishing touches greet the fans in Fort Wayne weekly. In Greenville, Triumph fans are in love with their permanent new home. These projects take time and patience, but nothing gets a community excited like seeing a shovel in the ground. Detroit City of the USL Championship has gone from dreams to renderings to construction. At its recent groundbreaking in Southwest Detroit, Alumni Phi Stadium became a vision for the very near future.
We've been incredibly fortunate to create something that's way bigger than us, and that we have the great fortune of being stewards of it. And the stadium represents really an investment in that community, an investment in this neighborhood, a tremendous investment in the city, and something that will be around for generations to come.
With this stadium, the club is investing in its future and demonstrating a long-term commitment to building a sustainable, community-driven club. I'm excited for what the future holds for Detroit City. I can't wait to be back here for the opening match in 2028. And I want to say congratulations to the fans, supporters, ownership group, and the entire community that made this amazing new home possible.
At 15,000 seats, Alumni Phi raises the bar for Detroit City. Soon there will be more groundbreakings and sounds of stadium construction as USL gets closer to the launch of Premier. It is halftime in League One. We hope you're enjoying your match. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio with a look at the headlines. Spokane Velocity gave Colorado Springs a run in the quarterfinals of the Prinks Tires USL Cup, but it was a Panenka in the penalty kick shootout by Corey Bennett that sent the championship club through to the semifinals. Charlotte Independence fell 4-2 to defending Cup champ Hartford Athletic. Last weekend, Forward Madison's 9-match unbeaten run came to an end, and clubs are finding out how tough it is to get a result at AC Boise. Blake Bodley electrified the crowd with an 87th minute goal in that 2-1 Boise victory. That's 7 goals now in the final 15 minutes and stoppage time at home this season. Make no mistake, aside from that defeat, Forward Madison is on the rise, and head coach Matt Glazer is recognized as our League One Coach of the Month for July. An incredible month for the Mingos with 5 victories in all competitions. Madison outscored opponents 13-3 in 4 league matches. Upcoming national spotlight games all on CBS Sports Network. Omaha hosting Richmond this weekend. Phoenix Rising and Colorado Springs in the championship on the 19th. That game is also on 2DN, and then it's Orange County and FC Tulsa on the 22nd. This is the USL Halftime Update. Let's get you back out to your match.
Ready, buddy? Here it comes. Keep your eye on the ball.
We see your future,
I got my eye on these colors.
your day-to-day,
Okay. Well, I got my eye on this.
Yeah, right.
really? And every big decision along the way. We see you when other banks really don't. So we can see you through anything. We're always looking out for you. Ion Bank.
Hey, welcome back here to halftime between New York Cosmos and AV Alta. We are going to step aside one more time as halftime continues here, but stay with us on ESPN Plus. Got more coming up for you in the second half, not too far away.
Welcome to Madison, Wisconsin, home of Just Coffee, a worker cooperative roasting fresh, quality, 100% fair trade coffee for over 20 years. We work with farmers from grower co-ops all over the world to support their communities as well as ours. Experience the fair trade difference yourself. Just Coffee. We do justice from the grounds up.
TrueStage aspires to be the most trusted insurance and financial services provider. For more than 90 years, our work has been guided by the philosophy of people helping people. Today, we help protect more than 39 million customers through every stage of their financial lives. Our suite of protection solutions is designed to grow over the long term, and we're continually evolving to serve our partners and their customers better. Together, we can create more access, more stability, and more confidence. Learn more at TrueStage.com.
Come see how Dairyland fits your life. With affordable car insurance that fits your budget. And 24/7 customer service that fits your schedule. Even if you have coverage lapses or a bumpy driving history, we've got you covered. For 70 years, we've been helping people just like you get the car insurance they need. So why wait? Contact Dairyland today.
Welcome to Madison, Wisconsin, home of Just Coffee, a worker cooperative roasting fresh, quality, 100% fair trade coffee for over 20 years. We work with farmers from grower co-ops all over the world to support their communities as well as ours. Experience the fair trade difference yourself. Just Coffee. We do justice from the grounds up.
Welcome back, everybody. It is a busy night around USL League One. Cosmos and AV Alta playing their part. Still a lot left to determine in this matchup, but we also want to show you some out-of-town scores from around the League One action. Charlotte Independence took a 3-0 lead inside 15 minutes against Sarasota Paradise. That was matched by Westchester, who went up 3-0 at half against FC Naples as they try to make a late season charge up the table. Greenville and One Knox still scoreless. That game got started a little late. And the most important game for the AV Alta fans out there, Fort Wayne and Chattanooga, the two teams directly below them in the standings, still deadlocked at 0. So as things stand, nothing has changed in the 7, 8, and 9 spots with the scores the way they are right now. Now let's check out our first half highlights. It was 0-0 between Cosmos and AV Alta, but definitely some chances, and the biggest moment coming in the 33rd minute. AV Alta, so much possession in the first half, but it was these little giveaways as Gwenzati came onto it. That was a save from Denzel Smith, and a fine one at that as he tipped it onto the crossbar. We'll get another look here. The loose pass from Belivanov, and Gwenzati, a man who will have expected to score from there. Smith pulling out an acrobatic reflex save to keep his team with a first half shutout. Then we move on to the 45th minute, +1 in first half stoppage time. They go short from the corner. Spengler comes in, and it's a decent shot, but the real flashpoint here is the pull of the jersey afterwards. Keep an eye on the scrum in the box with 13 Gwenzati coming in. Rellerford yanks back his shirt. It's not spotted by the referee, and Cosmos did not get a penalty kick that they could have had there to end the first half. this is how the stats shook out after 45 minutes. Look at that possession gap, 73% for AV Alta. They only turned it into 2 shots. And on several occasions, it was them presenting the ball to the Cosmos, giving their opponents chances of their own. So a strange dynamic through 45 minutes, but perhaps the way that we expected this one to play out. It's been tight, and we are set for an exciting second half of action, which will be coming your way before too long here. And before we get to the second half action, we do have one more thing to show you here at halftime. This is a recap of the recently played USL W League final.
Let's go, Green!
Stadium in North Jersey. It's a long road trip for AV Alta, who come into this match 7th in the USL League One standings, but there could be a lot of shakeups this weekend in the standings. It's real jumbled towards the top of the table and its playoff line, where Red Wolves and Fort Wayne currently fighting it out. So that brings us to second half kickoff, as New York Cosmos in the green jerseys and AV Alta in the desert sand colors, ready to go for another 45 minutes. An important 3 points on the line here at Hinchcliffe Stadium. My name is Parker Johnson, and I will be here with you the rest of the way. Happy to have your company on this Saturday evening, East Coast time, Saturday afternoon for those out in Southern California. Pleasure to have you along for this USL League One showdown that has been a lot more competitive than their first meeting, which ended as a 4-0 win for AV Alta. The biggest headline in this one so far was the early injury to Jerry Desdune for AV Alta. They were able to bring in Adam Almeish, but Desdune is the USL League One leader in goal contributions, coming into this match with 8 goals, 6 assists on the year. Jauna had a few opportunities in the first half, couldn't produce any great crosses. He goes himself here, plays it low. That was better. Gwenzati well marshaled though, as Pelivanov collapsed and followed his run across to the near post. There is a soft spot in AV Alta defensively. It is their left back position, and for the Cosmos, left back has been a rotating door this year, but that is the new man, Stalin Acosta, who came in from the American Soccer Club of New York, which is the NPSL partner club of New York Cosmos. He's got a phenomenal story. If there's anybody who has earned a place as a professional player, it's him. Found out his sophomore year of high school, he had a rare form of bone cancer, had to go through 9 months of chemotherapy, made his way back onto the pitch, and was able to earn himself an opportunity to play professionally in Puerto Rico for his first professional experience. Played with Ponce FC, where they won a championship last season, and then moved to the NPSL and now has earned himself a contract with the Cosmos after appearing in a friendly against the Cosmos. Davide Cortet saw that he caught his eye, and left back was certainly a position of need. And so in speaking to the Cosmos Country podcast, where I heard a lot of this great story about Acosta, he told him that he needs to play the 14 best games of his life. That's his goal for the end of this season, as he comes in and tries to make a name for himself in USL League One. Just a brilliant story of determination and opportunity here in the 3rd division of American soccer. Wasn't the only signing in the past week either for Cosmos. They also brought in Shamit Shom, a creative midfield player who is a full international, capped for both Canada and Bangladesh, who he switched to in 2025. An exciting international piece that they can add into the mix. Cosmos not giving up on 2026 whatsoever. Maybe in last place right now. Coming into the weekend, 17 points behind the 8th place Red Wolves. Plenty of games to make up ground. Anything is possible. They will have some fresh faces to help in that effort. Kofi almost feels like a new signing after about a month out. He's back in the starting lineup today. Ramos, another recent addition, passing out wide to Jauna. Lamine Jauna, low ball in. Final delivery has been lacking on a couple of occasions from Jauna in this match. But he continues to ask questions of the AV Alta back line. Entwi combining with Alassane. Cesar Bahena. Osvaldo Ley. Tried to sneak it out to the left wing for Adam Almeish. Notable that there were no subs at halftime for AV Alta. Sometimes you see when a team is forced to use a sub in the first half, they opt for that free window at halftime to get another one onto the field. That will be a foul against Guenzati. A cheap one to be sure. Pelivanov knew exactly what he was doing. And he relieves the pressure for AV Alta. Guenzati's boot appeared to come off in the process, as he's gesturing towards the referee that he was in fact the one who was fouled. But the decision going against the 35-year-old forward. We picked him out as our man to watch today for New York Cosmos. 5 goals on the year. Has started every single game. So accomplished at the USL Championship level with Tampa Bay Rowdies for so many years. And it's the only player on this roster that was with the Cosmos the last time they were competing in the NASL. Godwin Anthony working against a double team. There's the slide from the new man, Acosta. Nice juke from Kofi. And this will be a card for AV Alta. Christian Ortiz picking that one up. Bit of a frustration foul, you can see by the way he was walking away. Let's get another look. Antwi was dispossessed. Great move from Kofi. Ortiz took him down.
Yellow card issued to number 12, Nicholas Rutherford of AV Alta FC. Tarjeta amarilla para el número 12, Nicholas Rutherford de AV Alta FC.
Spengler, great touch to turn, trying to play in Kofi. Relaford got back and cut it out. Those are the pockets that you want to find Ajmer Spengler in when he is running at the back line. He is one of the best there is in USL League One. Player that his teammates fancy as a future coach. He's got that soccer IQ. Can play anywhere along the front line, Spengler. There's a discussion going on between our official crew. Conversation with the fourth official, Walt Torchon, to give a word to Kalume that it was time to give Brian Klaben a yellow card. A little bit apologetic from our head official, but Klaben accepting of his discipline there. It was interesting talking to Brian Klaben this week. Everybody's got a story when it comes to the Cosmos, one of the most historic clubs in U.S. soccer. Get back to that in a moment as Kofi going for the step-overs, playing with some renewed life, and no whistle there as he went down inside the penalty box. Another claim for a PK denied for the Cosmos.
No se pierdan un minuto del fútbol de los Cosmos esta temporada, convirtiéndose en abonado de temporada. Para más información, visite la taquilla del estadio.
Davide Corti will surely feel hard done by at this point. Could have been a couple penalties given to the home team at this stage. Well, in the first half, one just then with Kofi, but he's looking very bright now as Acosta swings in a decent cross. Heli Ivanoff dominant in the air. Jauna goes to the end line, trying a different type of service with the right. Again, can't find a target as Antwi was back defending. Brian Klaben was very complimentary of his team's box defending and how they defended inside their own half at times against Fort Wayne, a 3-0 shutout win last Saturday. Said that's been one of the big learning points this season compared to their style last year's, recognizing the fact that a lot of League One teams want to get in a high number of crosses and cause chaos inside the box, and so it is of utmost importance defensively that you can defend your box with confidence. A couple of subs getting ready down there next to the bench for Klaben. I'll go back to that story that he told me earlier in talking about his first interactions with New York Cosmos. They used to have an academy set up. They had New York Cosmos Academy East and New York Cosmos Academy West. You'll never guess where the West Coast Academy was set up. That was, of course, in Los Angeles, in Pomona to be specific, and Klaben can recall many a battle with those in the bright green shirts in the academy ranks, and then when that academy dissolved, a lot of the players moved on to Chivas USA, which was where Klaben at the time was coaching. So interesting crossover there. Now we'll get our two substitutions for AV Alta. First, Ibarra departing for Joaquin Acuna. And also, Godwin Antwi makes his way to the bench to be replaced by Santi Igareda, an academy player for AV Alta. Igareda scored his first professional goal in that 4-0 win against New York Cosmos back in May. Acuna, meanwhile, recently returned from injury. He's made 4 straight substitute appearances, and he has scored in 2 out of those 4. He is a dynamic force up top, one that Brian Claben has been excited to unleash. And this will be the most minutes that he's played all season. Yellow card for AV Alta. That time, I think that's Nick Rellerford. So that makes both fullbacks on yellow cards now for the visitors. And worth noting as well that because they had to use that first half sub on Jerry Desdoon, AV Alta's only got one substitution window remaining. They could bring in up to 2 players. Confirmation there, the yellow card to Rellerford. He joins Ortiz in the book, as Igareda's first action will be to stand in the wall alongside his defensive teammate. Ozzy Ramos, the man closest to this free kick for Cosmos. Spengler's there as well, a little bit of a false start. Now they take it short. Guenzati flicking, and it doesn't find Spengler. The timing a fraction off.
Substitutions for AV Alta FC, number 10.
Can't watch the match? Turn on SiriusXM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more. All on SiriusXM FC 157 and the SiriusXM app. Lots more games to listen to, not only throughout the weekend, but of course, European leagues returning very soon. Some starting today, the USL Championship and the Spanish La Liga. Ramos with a nice pass across. Spengler could feel the pressure at his back from Almeish. It's at the feet of Jauna. Right-footed cross, Guenzati! The Cosmos talisman does it again. 1-0 in front on AV Alta. A shock could be on the cards at Hinchliffe. That is a season finish from Guenzati, a man who has scored every type of goal in his career. The service comes in from Jauna. He doesn't need to get his whole body in front. He just needed that poisonous right boot. Watch him float between Pelivanov and Ceja Gonzalez, who doesn't get there first. A reach around finish, tucking it into the far corner. Jauna finally delivering an assist-worthy cross. And in truth, Cosmos have deserved it. There is no doubt about that through 62 minutes. But now it's up to AV Alta to respond. Santi Igareda. He finds Acuna. You can see the physicality of AV Alta's number 9, holding off the defender, allowing his team to possess now in the final third. Some contact off the ball with Cesar Bahena. Lukovic is apologetic in midfield. Good pressure from the Cosmos. Spengler wins it back, rolled forward for Kofi. Oh, the weight on that pass from Ajmir Spengler. He recollects. Men arriving at the back post, couldn't get his cross there. Spengler hands on head. It's a tired cross at the end of it, but it will bring up a corner kick for the Cosmos. Those fans are jumping back there. Spengler with a deep breath to compose himself. Green shirt stacked towards the back post. Floated in that direction. Headed by Holt. Jauna wants to take it down. It's a clever first touch. Never was going to have enough time, and Alassane flew in there to make the shot more difficult. Cosmos seem to be smelling some blood in the water right now, based on the way that last pressure came from Spengler. I feel like there could be another goal in it for them here. For AV Alta, once again, it's troubles on the road. They lost their last two in a week-long road trip that saw them face Richmond Kickers and FC Naples, two teams right down with Cosmos in terms of the bottom of the League One standings. Feels like a little bit of a repeat of those two results so far. They've also lost their best attacking player, Jerry Desdoon, who started the match and only lasted 8 minutes due to a right leg injury. This has not gone according to plan at all for the boys from Lancaster. Bahena. Ivanov will settle on it. Cosmos holding back the pressure. Spengler now joined by Kofi. Seha, calm as ever. Ortiz feels the pressure on his back. Alta connecting passes, but not gaining a lot of ground at the moment. That is a dangerous crossfield pass out of the back, but Bahena able to retrieve it. Had the look of a couple of those first half giveaways that AV Alta suffered, led to opportunities for the Cosmos. Most notably when Guenzani smashed one off the bar.
Fans are reminded that alcohol sales are concluding at the 75th minute. Please make your final purchases now. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the match.
Worth acknowledging a couple of milestones off of that goal. That was the first goal contribution for Lamine Jauna in Cosmos Green. Had not recorded a goal or assist in his 9 previous appearances. And for Guenzati, ooh, foul here. And a yellow against Pelivanov. Make that 3 of the 4 AV Alta defenders in the referee's pocketbook. Pelivanov, his 7th yellow card of the season. It's going to be another chance from a dead ball for Cosmos, who have had some nice looks in and around the penalty area. Spengler tried to put one directly on goal in the first half and hit it against the wall. This is probably a better crossing angle, but could invite some kind of short pass as well, like they did with the last one. Halfway point of the second half. Cosmos have snatched a lead. It's going to be back for Spengler. Back post cross. Settled by Pelivanov. Acuna trying to work it away. He is fouled. Maybe Alta ready to go with it, but didn't take it from the correct position. And now a chance to bring the sub in for Cosmos, who will make their first change of the match. Jauna, the provider of the assist on Guenzati's 61st minute goal, will depart, and on comes Nick Zelonka, the 24-year-old attacker who last played for the University of Kentucky in this his first pro season. 2 assists for Zelonka on the year, still looking for his first goal. This is his 18th appearance, his 12th as a substitute. AV Alta readying a pair of defenders in Pajaro and Steven Ramos to come on at the next opportunity. We saw Pajaro play in midfields last time. There are also 3 guys in that back line on yellow cards right now, so could go for some like-for-like swaps just to get some fresh legs for AV Alta. Santi Igareda, second half substitute, swings one in towards the back post. Everything coming into the box is really looking for Acuna. Man down for Cosmos. Whistle goes from the referee. They will bring this back for a foul just outside the penalty box. That looks like Spengler on his rear end after doing the defensive work. AV Alta ready to make the changes, but it's being held up right now. Still have not gotten the signal. There it is from the referee. Now they're ready to go. Relaford off, and Mabumu Alassane coming off as well. So there will be one like-for-like change. Ramos is an outside back. He'll go over to left back, his natural position. Ortiz can return to right back. He's been filling in at left back with Alfredo Ortiz out. So that's a simple one, but I think we're going to see Pajaro playing in midfield. He came on and did that in the last match. With Alassane coming off, somebody has to fill in that midfield position. Pajaro came on as an option to help see out the game. He's naturally a center back. We'll see what Klaben wants to do with him tactically. For now, he's the furthest man back, so maybe a 3 at the back look for AV Alta. Fascinating change-up. Usually you'd see this kind of sub with a team protecting a lead, as they were last week against Fort Wayne. Came on when it was a 2-0 scoreline, and they ended up getting a third.
Substitutions for AV Alta. Number 4, Miguel Pajaro enters for number 12, Nicholas Reller. And number 52, Stephen Ramos enters for number 5, Alassane Mabumu.
Igareda. Switched out towards the left. Almeish has been quite quiet. A far cry from his 2-goal, 1-assist performance the first time he met the Cosmos. Ivanov sticks the foot in. Good strength from Kofi. Great balance as well. Past his man. Pelivanov has to be careful. He's on a yellow. Still Kofi. Out to Spengler. Sets it off. The shot comes in and Smith saves. That was Zelonka with the opportunity to strike. Great run from Kofi, who was able to eventually find Spengler and went for the extra pass. It's a little bit underneath the feet of Zelonka as he tried to put it towards goal. '74th minute corner for Ajmir Spengler. Great service towards the near post. Headed right back at him by Pajaro. Only really 3 Cosmos players at the box from the inside the box from the start there. Ends up back with Kofi. Igareda pressuring. Switched by Lukovic. Spengler serves. Zelonka flicked through. Couldn't get it on goal. Guenzati nearly tacked that thing into Smith's net for a second goal of the game. Spengler with outstanding vision. Good pressure from the Cosmos. Ramos wins it back for AV Alta. And it spins out with a man down on the Cosmos side. I think that's Ozzy Ramos, the defensive midfield player. Holt played it right back to Higareda. Ortiz joins forward and slips on it. Chance for Cosmos to move in transition. Spengler wanted the run of either Guenzati or Kofi. Game looking stretched. Ortiz with a lot more freedom since the substitutions. Defender by name only at this point. Got plenty of cover with 3 center backs behind him. Awkward slide from Igareda. Spengler goes on. Kofi veering inside. Oh, and Spengler was waiting for it. He had stopped his run and did so just in the moment that Kofi looked down back at the ball before he passed it. Momentary miscommunication. Almeish trying to recreate his solo goal last time against the Cosmos. Unable to get the dribbles right. Bodies falling down all around the pitch. This looks like Chilaka, who remember is just starting his 2nd match for the Cosmos. And there's going to be 2 subs here for the Cosmos. First, we'll see Davide Galazzini, the Verona, Italy native, coming in for Christian Kofi. And additionally, Patrick Bowie on in attack. He replaces Stalin Acosta on his debut.
And number 17, Davide Galazzini, enters for number 18, Christian Kofi.
So Galazzini looks like he'll play on the right. Morabito has come over to left back where Acosta was playing. And then a like-for-like change with Bowie coming on to the left wing in place of Kofi. Guenzati cuts it back for Spengler. Well read by Smith. Shot that was lacking in venom. Unusual for Ajmir Spengler. Clever ball out from Bajaro. Christian Ortiz didn't get his pass right. Had Bajeno with him. A lot of attacking responsibility now falling on Ortiz and Almesh. There's just one less attacker out there since that last change from Klaben, which was his final roll of the dice as they had to use that early sub on Jerry Desdoon. It's really thrown off the game plan. Patrick Bowie, left-footed shot. Smith watching it wide. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN+. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. Clear contact on Osvaldo Ley. Conversation to be had between Spengler and Kalume. But he's going to stay out of the referee's book here. No yellow for Spengler. Cosmos holding on to a 1-0 lead given by Sebastian Guenzati. His 6th goal of the season, assisted by Lamine Jauna, who has since been subbed out. AV Alta lost their star forward Jerry Desdoon in the opening minutes of this match. They've controlled the majority of possession, but it just has not been enough. They haven't created enough chances. And if anything, the scoreline could be wider for the Cosmos at this point. Denzel Smith has made a couple of impressive saves. Otherwise, it could be a multi-goal advantage. Chilaka is holding his right leg after the foul. Almesh placing the ball down with purpose. Bajena's there as well. It's the Frenchman Almesh who looks most likely here. The elder of the two Almesh brothers on the team. 7 goals this season. Adam Almesh from the free kick, and it is straight at Tristan Stefani. Important that he didn't give up a rebound, let it drop, but collected it quickly. Stefani really has not been tested a whole lot throughout this match. Grappling defensive work. Slinging Guenzati to the turf. Appreciate you making us a part of your Saturday night. A busy one in League One. Potentially a shock on the cards. AV Alta have produced just 0.09 expected goals in this match. And that comes with 67% possession. Soccer is a weird and wonky game. AV Alta, on a weekly basis, test its limits. Team that was so strong through the early parts of summer. There's been some recent stumbles, especially on the road. 2 straight away losses to the Richmond Kickers and FC Naples. Teams who reside down with the Cosmos, well below the playoff line. Brian Claben says the P word is forbidden at the team facility in Lancaster. You can understand why. The way that their inaugural season ended. Trying to avoid the same fate. Spengler. Cut back for Zelonka. He is just a chance creation machine. Ajmir Spengler leads the league in shots. Such a clever passer of the ball. Zelonka couldn't have asked for a much better chance. Lukovic. There's the overlap from Galazzini. Spengler pulling the strings again. It's Patrick Bowie, the Ivorian winger. Morabito. Back to Bowie. Spilled in front by Denzel Smith. Clearance goes as far as Cesar Bahena, who battles for it. One back by Frankie Lukovic. That was a nasty tackle from Cesar Bahena. He will pick up a yellow. Left his feet flying. May have gotten a little bit of the ball, but you jump off 2 feet like that, and you are at the referee's mercy. He doesn't touch the ball there. You could be looking at a potential red card kind of tackle. Let's see it again. Frustrated at losing it. It's all about the effort. He's trying as hard as he can to win it back and hook his leg around, but it's a dangerous tackle. And that's what the referee is there for, to protect the players. So, yellow for Bahena. They are starting to rack up for AV Alta. Fourth yellow card issued. Cosmos have mixed up their free kick routines. Guenzati making a short run on the near side. It's Ramos. Headed forward, Morabito, Guenzati! Got the look he wanted towards goal. Held off the defender well and created the space for himself. Foul from an overeager Bowie. Darren Sidol ready to get back onto the field for New York Cosmos. That is a welcome sight for the fans in New Jersey. Clay going ballistic on the touchline. He's already been given a yellow card as well. Sidol waits and watches. Long ball, Pelivanov. If I'm not mistaken, that is Miguel Pajaro, who has gone forward as an extra striker. I had a feeling it might not be long before we saw that for AV Alta. It was an odd switch to go to 3 center backs. Down a goal. They've used all their subs now, so they have to make do with the guys on the pitch, and the best option at the moment seems to be Pajaro at center forward, pairing with Acuna Now it's Almeish. Tackles flying in from the Cosmos. There's a shot from Higuereta. Ramos. And then we'll trickle out on the far side. And we pause for the substitution to get Sidol on the pitch. They're going to take off Ajmir Spengler, who's put in another brilliant shift. He lasts 88 minutes and some change. Set up several nice scoring opportunities as per usual, back in his favorite attacking mid position. See if Sidol can help them see out this 1-0 result. Cosmos last place in League One, trying to strike down AV Alta. Couple minutes left to do it. William Patterson University is proud to be the official university partner of the New York Cosmos. We're a powerhouse in business education and the #1 producer of MBAs in New Jersey. Explore a wide range of undergraduate and graduate programs at wpunj.edu. That's a potential result that would look great in the eyes of Red Wolves fans and Fort Wayne fans alike. Lovely flick that from Zalanka. No real way for Guenzati to be prepared for it. Acuna chasing. Oh, miscommunication with the goalkeeper. He's got to track back. And he's able to fall on it. Oh, hearts and mouths all over the tri-state area. Stefani can take a deep breath after all that. Launching it back up the field. Guenzati playing it wide. Seha wins it away. Steven Ramos trying to move the ball quickly forward. Hold up play from Pajaro of all people. Guenzati looks like he's really struggling. The Cosmos only need to dig in for another 3.5 minutes. At this point, looking certain to snap the 3-game losing skid. And in great position to do it with all 3 points. Guenzati, as it stands, is the match winner. AV Alta staring at a 3rd defeat in 4. Just when it matters most in the season. Bowie could be away here. A sprint is on with Pelivanov, who has the angle. Patrick Bowie, near post shot. It's off the wrong side of the side netting from a Cosmos perspective, as AV Alta will go again. Osvaldo Ley sending it forward. Headed on by Morabito, out for a corner. Safety for the moment. Here's another look at that chance on the run out from Bowie. Second half sub, who certainly had the speed advantage. Pelivanov did so well to close down the angle though, knowing that whatever he couldn't cover there, Denzel Smith would be at the near post. Santi Higuereta as we enter the 93rd minute of play on a USL Academy contract. Near post ball cut out by the Cosmos. Smith is parked at the halfway line. Ortiz retrieves. Higuereta looking for more service. There's lots of bodies forward. Flicked on by Pajaro. Unnecessary from Lukovic, who makes a mess of it, but it's at least back to Smith. An extra couple seconds for Cosmos to breathe. Here comes the forward pass. Santiago Higareda headed through. Stefani taking as much time as he's allowed, being counted down by the referee. Remember, this could be a corner. If it's an infraction, it's a poor punt out, though. He was too focused on wasting time. Bahena. Curl towards the back stick. He was looking for Pajaro, who he thought would be there. And Stefani will prepare to surely make a better punt this time. 30 seconds. And he puts plenty of air under this one. Frankie Lukovic being told to take it to the corner. Peli Ivanov trying to prevent him from doing so. Doesn't want to give away a foul here. Great work from the Cosmos. Ramos out to Guenzati. We've hit 94. It's Seba Guenzati. Right where he wants it. And he is your match winner. New York Cosmos snap a 3-game losing skid as last place in League One upends AV Alta. A Saturday night shocker. Cosmos picking up their 4th win of the year. All of them have come in front of the fans at historic Hinchliffe Stadium. A fantastic night in North Jersey for Davide Corti's men, led by Sebastian Guenzati. His 6th goal of the season, enough to win it in the 61st minute. Our final score, 1-0. We will wrap it up after this short break. Stay with us on ESPN+.
I'm Brie, and I am Ayan.
नाम कलीम चान है और मैं आयन हूँ.
Yo soy Ayan Bank.
I'm Tajinder Kaur, ਅਸੀਂ ਆਇਨ ਬੈਂਕ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ.
I'm Taiwan, and I am Ion.
اسمي أدمى وأنا آيان.
Ja jestem Ayan Bank.
Eu sou Ayan Bank.
Ja jestem Ayan Bank.
I am Ayan.
Ready, buddy? Here it comes. Keep your eye on the ball.
We see your future.
I got my eye on these colors.
Your day-to-day.
Okay. Well, I got my eye on this.
Yeah, right.
Really? And every big decision along the way. We see you when other banks really don't. So we can see you through anything. We're always looking out for you. Ion Bank.
Here to wrap things up at historic Hinchliffe Stadium as the Cosmos secure a 1-0 win over AV Alta FC. A surprise result by the standings, but if you've been watching this team all year, you knew that this was coming at some point. And they have Sebastian Guenzati to thank for it. Here we look at our full-time highlights. No moment bigger than the match-winning goal. Such a creative finish this. As the ball comes in from Jauna, he reaches around both center backs. That is a goal scorer's goal. Guenzati has done it time and time again in his career. That is the 101st goal of his long and accomplished professional career. His 18th in Cosmos colors. You see the story, the stats at full time. 14 shots to 4 despite having just a third of the possession. Cosmos proving once again that AV Alta's style is not the only way to get results. They had plenty of possession, but this one's going to sting for Brian Claben and co. as they drop to 8-7-8 on the season and leave the door open right at that playoff line for more teams to jump them this weekend. Another missed opportunity on the road for AV Alta FC as they fall at the hands of the Cosmos. Well, it's been great to have you along for this one in North Jersey. Another example of USL League One delivering the drama. For my producer, Jonathan Solano, for Pete and Vanessa working hard, and all the rest of our great crew here in New Jersey, my name is Parker Johnson, saying good night, and we'll see you next time.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.